GT Holidays, South India's #1 travel brand.
Experience the next level of imaging with Vivo X100 series. Pre-book now.
Hello and welcome to Galata Plus. In this video review episode, we're going to be talking about Sriram Raghavan's Merry Christmas. The film is an elegant experimental thriller that's more interesting to think about than sit through. Now, most of the first half of Merry Christmas is foreplay of the most unexpected kind. We expect noirish thrillers from Sriram Raghavan, but we seem to be in some kind of romance. The kind where two strangers meet at night and spend a lot of time talking and just being with each other. Imagine Before Sunrise as written by the bastard child of James Hadley Chase and Gulshan Nanda, and you may get an idea. Vijay Sethupathi plays Albert Arugesamy, a Tamilian who has returned to his home in Bombay, not Mumbai. After several years, his friendly landlord, played by Tinu Anand, gives him a bottle of wine that he has made himself, and the brand name is Yadum. He tells Albert that the word stands for that moment that we all search for, the moment towards which all existence has been preparing us for, the moment when everything just clicks. The deliberately paced first half of this film keeps preparing and preparing and preparing us for this film's Yadum moment. The woman Albert runs into is played by Katrina Kaif, and given the Christmas setting, her name could not be more appropriate. It's Maria. She has a young daughter, and the three of them, and later just the adults, the two of them, spend the night going to her place and then to his, then back to hers. In these time passages, we note things about this couple. She is the kind of person who serves wine in a wine glass and whiskey in a whiskey glass. At his home, though, the only glasses available seem to be the kind in which a chaiwala may serve chai in. We are in a rickety premise. Which mother would invite a strange man home and spend so much time with him, especially with the little girl around? But because it is Sriram Raghavan, we say yes to the long fuse. We give the premise a long rope. The film's rhythms are wonderfully elegant. The leads are fine on their own. Vijay Sethupathi has made laid-backness an art form, and Katrina even gets to emote in an extreme close-up. But together, they lack the chemistry that could have taken this stretch into a seriously swoony zone. This is a film that's all about structure, but I wish Sriram had played up the romanticism between the characters and gone for all-out melodrama, especially given where the story is headed. Many noir films and thrillers, after all, do use a lot of melodrama, but at least on paper, the most interesting aspect of these early portions is A, Sriram Raghavan tackling a kind of sort of romance, there's even a kind of sort of kiss, and B, our expectation that there must be a solid reason for this space, for this relative eventlessness. Why, for instance, do we spend so much time watching Albert look around Maria's living room, examining every inch of it, and even pouring himself a second drink while waiting for her to put her daughter in bed when the daughter is already asleep? This action should take not more than 5 minutes, right? There is an answer to this question, and it comes in the second half. So far, so interesting, but where Merry Christmas enters a point of diminishing returns is when Albert talks about his ex. He tells us and Maria the whole story, and then we cut to the past and see the same thing unfold. I thought the visuals would contradict the words, otherwise, why show something that's already been told? But no, and thereon the film becomes increasingly less involving. There is a ton of detail. 100-rupee notes folded into a copy of the Holy Bible, a teddy bear, origami swans, Adi Burman's Pyar Ke Mode Pe from Parinda, and Jab Andhera Hota Hai from Raja Rani, goldfish and a question whether fish can remember things, a merry nod to Ernst Lubitsch, and even a freaking chainsaw. But this cannot compensate for the fact that the long foreplay does not result in a toe-curling climax. Merry Christmas is essentially, the way I look at it, an audacious experiment. Sriram is basically asking if you can have a thriller without the things that usually make up a thriller. The nail-biting tension, the pulse-quickening background score, twists, turns, the eureka moments where you slap your forehead and say, "You never saw that coming," and so forth. What if we replay the same set of events again and confuse the audience even more at a time they are expecting at least some clarity? What if there is just one major twist and we keep it away from the audience as far as possible? It involves an apartment, and I did not find it convincing even in a Pulp Fiction kind of way. All are valid intentions, but at some point I got the feeling that the narrator was being stretched just to figure out the breaking point, the Yadung moment, rather than to give us what we came in for. And the emotional, perhaps even sentimental ending does not fit well in the Sriram Raghavan universe, or at least it has not been properly built up to. Merry Christmas is easier to admire than enjoy, and at least for me, it's an intriguing minor work from a major filmmaker. That's it about Merry Christmas. If you like this video review, do subscribe to Galata Plus, and see you soon at the movies.
GT Holidays, South India's #1 travel brand.
Experience the next level of imaging with Vivo X100 series. Pre-book now.